sure.
Even when you talk about the topic of sin, why not? Like, what is sin? That's the question.
That's a good question.
What is sin?
I feel like, there's this popular like Kanye bar, right? And like I don't know if you're a big Kanye West fan, right?
I listen to some of his music.
Like in this one song, No Church in the Wild, it says, sin is allowed if there's given permission, right? So pretty much saying like we formed a new religion if we're given permission to sin. So pretty much like nowadays there's a lot of, I don't want to, of course, go into it, but there's a lot of people that do crazy things that are normalized nowadays, but in the Bible it says it's not.
Right.
It's a sin, right? Like let's say like same-sex marriages, or you know what I mean, like there's different topics that God has presented,
just having sex before marriage,
or like murder, the 10 Commandments. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just like don't kill, don't steal, don't commit fornication, all these different things, right? Like the list goes on. Like honor your parents. Of course, when we're in a teenager stage, we don't honor our parents. We rebel, right? So there's so many different stages of life, and sin is very different, because maybe we'll be like, oh, someone killed somebody, that's crazy, that's so terrible. But then if it's like same-sex marriage, is like, oh, that's acceptable, that's great, praise God, right? So it's like, what is sin, what is not sin, what is acceptable nowadays? How do we move as people of love and not people of judgment and like hatred? You know what I mean? To kind of unite the world, instead of, oh, you do that, but we don't look at ourselves in the mirror. How do you feel about sin?
That's a very interesting and important topic.
Right.
And I'm not an expert on
Can I
all
add
of
a
this.
little bit more?
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not an expert on everything the world is now looking at to say same-sex marriage, but I can't speak to my experiences.
Okay.
When you go through a civil war, and 3 of them that I've been through, you see a lot of things. You watch people getting killed in front of you. You watch someone getting taken away against their will to go become a soldier.
Right.
And you see yourself running every single day for your life,
right,
with the hope to live for another day. And so for me, again, the 10 Commandments in the Bible said, thou shalt not kill.
Right.
Thou shalt not steal.
Right.
My grandmother taught me very early on, if you take something that didn't belong to you, it's an act of stealing. So if you want something, ask for it. Right? So it doesn't matter if she's my grandmother and she owned it, it's not mine, it's hers. So I have no right to it. But if I asked for it, she would give it to me willingly and gladly say, yes, take it. So I don't live my life in judgment of people. If you take me back maybe 10 years, I will probably be one of those people who looked at same-sex marriage as the thing that is not allowed. Because my teaching early on taught me that this was unacceptable. Right?
For sure.
Learning and growing through my life experiences, I've gained many different perspectives to understand where these individuals are coming from.
Yeah.
And I've made it now my business to understand said individual.
Right.
Instead of judging them, I'm their friends.
Yeah.
Instead of questioning their life choices, I reason with them.
Yeah.
That's big.
And if we can all do this and understand those things, and hopefully not engage in conversation that divides, rather we engage in conversation that unite. I mean, we all trying to make good for ourselves in life and unite, right? And I guarantee you this, like there are many people who go through this, there is a reason they went down this road.
Oh yeah.
Who am I to question them? Who am I to judge them?
Right.
For sure.
Right? So instead of questioning, instead of judgment, let me just love them just the way I love myself, just as much as I would love my brothers, my sister. And guess what? If that individual was my family member, what would I do then?
Right. That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
Because like, you're a very influential man, I'm about to read this book. You influenced me to read this for sure.
I hope you do. I really hope you do.